Good morning, Shama Stars. In the previous presentation of Chapter 19, Excretory Products and Their Elimination, we discussed counter current mechanism. In this presentation, we will be discussing about micturition, role of other organs in excretion and disorders of the excretory system. What is micturition? It is the physiological term of urination. The dispersion of the urine from urinary bladder to the outside through urethra is called micturition. Urine formed by the nephrons is ultimately carried to the urinary bladder where it is stored till a voluntary signal is given by the central nervous system, that is CNS. This signal is initiated by the stretching of the urinary bladder as it gets filled with urine. In response, the stretch receptors on the walls of the bladder send signals to the central nervous system. The central nervous system passes on motor messages to initiate the contraction of smooth muscles of the bladder and simultaneous relaxation of the urethral sphincter, causing the release of urine. The process of release of urine is called micturition, and the neural mechanisms causing it is called the micturition reflex. An adult human excretes on an average 1 to 1.5 liters of urine per day. The urine formed is a light yellow colored watery fluid which is slightly acidic, say about pH 6, and has a characteristic odor. On an average, 25 to 30 gram of urea is excreted per day. Various conditions can affect the characteristics of urine. Analysis of urine helps in clinical diagnosis of many metabolic disorders as well as malfunctioning of the kidney. For example, presence of glucose and ketone bodies in urine are indicative of diabetes mellitus. Now let's understand role of other organs in excretion. Other than kidneys, lungs, liver, and skin also help in the elimination of excretory waste. Our lungs remove large amounts of carbon dioxide and also significant quantities of water every day. Liver, the largest gland in our body, secretes bile containing substances like bilirubin, biliverdin, cholesterol, degraded steroid hormones, vitamins, and drugs. Most of these substances ultimately pass out along with digestive waste. Skin removes urea, salt, and excess water through sweat. Sweat produced by sweat glands is a watery fluid containing sodium chloride, small amounts of urea, and lactic acid. Now let's talk about disorders of the excretory system. Malfunctioning of kidneys can lead to accumulation of urea in blood. This condition is called uremia, which is highly harmful and may lead to kidney failure. In such patients, urea can be removed by a process called hemodialysis. In this process, blood drained from a convenient artery is pumped into a dialyzing unit after adding an anticoagulant like heparin. The unit contains a coiled cellophane tube surrounded by a fluid that is also known as dialyzing fluid, having the same composition as that of plasma except the nitrogenous waste. The porous cellophane membrane of the tube allows the passage of molecules based on concentration gradient. As nitrogenous waste are absent in the dialyzing fluid, these substances really move out, thereby clearing the blood. The cleared blood is pumped back to the body through a vein after adding antiheparin to it. This method is a boon for thousands of uremic patients all over the world. Kidney transplantation is the ultimate method in the correction of acute renal failures. A functioning kidney is used in transplantation from a donor. Modern clinical procedures have increased the success rate of such a complicated technique. Renal calculi, stone or insoluble mass of crystallized salts formed within the kidney, is called renal calculi. So these are the disorders of the excretory system. So children, this is all about chapter 19, excretory products and their elimination. Thank you, Shem Stars. That's all for today. You can drop your queries on Google Classroom. Take care.